Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Halfway through this week. I see we've already got a few people here. Hello, Mary Lynn. I made something with you as the inspiration that I will be sharing later. Hello, Remy from Rem's Family Homestead. Hi, Tracy from Tehan 141. David's just running a few minutes late. He will be joining me here in a few minutes. We actually had a really nice day here today. Oh, there he is. It's rained for the last 2 days. Our chicken coop actually flooded yesterday. It was quite rainy. Today was nice. It's supposed to rain tomorrow too. So I got quite a bit. You, Mary Lynn, you were the inspiration for something that I made yesterday. So I got a lot done. The dog had an appointment. I wish one of the children would be a veterinarian because we just went for 2 boosters that should have cost us around $70. And Puggy had a lot of teeth taken out about a month ago.
Yeah. Probably.
And they wanted us, because he's 10, we don't want him, God willing, hopefully, we've got a few more years with him, and they want us to keep the rest of his teeth healthy. So they want us to add this additive to his water. And, she's talking about it and everything. And I didn't think to ask how much it is, because I'm thinking it's from the vet. It's probably going to be $20, $30. It was almost $90. And I did not know until after we paid the bill. So I don't know how often, if he'll even like it, for one. I keep looking over there because he's just staring at me because he knows I'm talking about him. I don't know how often, David, we're going to be buying that. That is about this big. 8 ounces is all that's in it. And supposedly you only need a teaspoon to 1 liter of it. So we'll see, but he probably won't even like it. Spoiled thing. Yeah. I really wish one of the kids would be a vet. So if anyone who hasn't met David, this is my husband, David. He has been in a few of my videos, but a lot's been going on in my brain the last few days. And the channel may be kind of mine, but the homestead is definitely ours. I couldn't do this without him. I could not do it without you. And so he's agreed to start being more involved, shall we say, with being oops, let me just had to pause the other thing. So he's going to start being more involved, maybe with the videos and things and stuff. So I thought it'd be a good time to meet him. Oh, I'm just looking here. What is Marilyn saying? I have to give my cat 3.5 million medicine every morning, and it lasts around 3 weeks. It costs $80. Animals cost a lot of money, don't they? Yes, that's what I say. That's what I said to him. I looked at him and I said, "You're lucky I love you." If it works and he likes it, I know we'll probably get a couple months out of it. But I mean, seriously, I really did not. I knew. And then they want us to consider thinking about getting this dog food, this dental brand dog food. I didn't even ask her. I can only imagine. And we already buy him a really good. It's all made in Canada, and actually right here in Ontario. It has great ingredients in it. He really likes it. He can get 4 flavors because his big thing is he gets bored with the same flavors. I have picky kids and I have a picky dog. It's just not fair. That's already pretty expensive that we pay for that. So I can't imagine. Marilyn, woohoo, more David.
Don't blame anybody for that.
So I'm going to say that today, my cat with high blood pressure. Her cat has high blood pressure. I have high blood pressure. My medicine, I'm lucky with our insurance. It's very cheap. But are you stressing your cat out, Mary Lynn? But as I was saying, last of my plants arrived today in the mail. I've been waiting forever for them. I got some tomatillos, which are new for me. I'm really excited. And they were beautiful, crazy beautiful. A whole flat of Amish paste tomatoes, which is good because the Amish paste ones are the ones that I lost to the cold snap last week. What else did I get? I got some new herbs. I'm not going to tell you everything because I did a video and I'll be sharing it on Saturday, what I got. But I have 2 things that came in that order to plant. And we went to the store today. And of course, I got myself 2 more flowers for the deck. I'm not going near any more garden centers. That's it. I'm staying out of them. You're going to have to go. So I don't, but I got, what were they called again? Hawaiian flowers, hibiscus. And they were gorgeous and they were very reasonable. They were on sale for $6 a piece and they're huge. So I got 2 of them because when my mom comes to visit this month, she has them growing in her yard in Florida. So I thought it'd be nice for her to see them on the back deck. So we got those. But once I get those last couple of things in the ground, my garden for 2022 is officially planted. No, I didn't get the chance to smell it yet. Mary Lynn was saying how fenugreek smelled like maple syrup to her. So I'm really curious. It's been so busy today. I looked in on my herb garden to see what happened. Something has decided to pull up my kidney beans, my yellow beans, and my green beans. And when I say something, I think I know what it is. We are overrun with chipmunks. There was actually something on the community tab in the town that right next to us, Belleville. That the chipmunk population has actually exploded in the last 2 years. They're actually being overrun with chipmunks. And next door has a couple of dogs who are out a lot. So I think they're scaring them away and they're coming over here. So we might have to do something with these chipmunks. Good answer, David.
Yeah.
He hasn't been married for almost 29 years for nothing. So I'm just going to give a sneak peek. So I got a Cricut for Mother's Day, a Cricut machine. And for anyone who doesn't know what it is, it's a machine that cuts vinyl. I mean, it cuts a lot of things, and I've wanted one for a long time. And poor David, he is sent everywhere because you're like the rest of us. Oh, look, cool. Yeah. And I don't know how they get in my cart. I don't know how they get in the cart. That's my answer. And I'm sticking to it. So hi, Jean. Yes, Jean's one of my very first subscribers. She's usually the first ones to comment. And yeah, so he got tired, I think, of hearing me complain about how people weren't getting back to me when I was calling them and asking them to make things for me. So he said, just going to get you, why don't you just get one and start making stuff for yourself? So I've been practicing. I'm still new. So nothing's perfect yet, but Mary Lynn, this one is for you. Oh, hello, Melissa. Thank you for dropping in. Weird. I just saw something. I would be applying the 3S rule to those chipmunks. Shoot, shovel, and shut up. Rebecca, welcome, Rebecca. Thank you for watching. It's your first time here. Yeah. This is my husband, David. I should have put Lynn and David, but we weren't sure he was going to make the live in time because typical. We also bought another deep freezer today. We got a really good deal. We have a quarter cow coming Friday, and as much as I've been cooking, we just couldn't empty the freezer out enough to get room for it. And honestly, with the size of the garden I planted, it's probably not a bad idea that we got another one. So yeah. So Mary Lynn, this is for you. Remember, it's not perfect because I'm still learning. I've learned that font is everything. So this is a mug that I made, and it says, I believe in magic. I grow lawn keeper tomatoes. What do you think? Give me your opinion. Granted, I know the thing is not straight, but what do you think of the idea? Let me know. I don't want to really say this, but I'm kind of the crazy hat lady. I love hats. And because of my skin cancer, I have to wear hats all the time. So I love hats. So yeah, that's what we were thinking. Like we still have the majority of our quarter pig because we still had a lot of pork from a bulk order we had done from Costco. So we're still going through that. And Dave and Aiden will eat a little bit of pork, but for the most part, we're the only ones eating it. So I take it you like it, Mary Lynn. I love it. I want one or more. Yeah, like I said, I still gotta, I know what I did wrong because that was one of the very first mugs I did. So, okay, I'll show you the very first mug I did actually turned out really well because I did a different font. So this is going to be harder to see. I probably should have put something in it so it will show up. But this is on a clear mug and it says "In Squash We Trust," and I made a little squash. It's hard to see because it's clear, but if I put my hand in there, maybe you can see it a little better. And see how the font is much better? I liked this font better. So like I said, I'm learning. That font is everything. Thank you. Thank you. I have a few more things to show everybody. I also made the kids t-shirts yesterday, and you would think I had reinvented the wheel. I was so excited. The shirts were actually easier to make than the mugs. And I made a shirt for Aiden. I'll talk about that in a minute. So he really loved it. And I made a shirt for Grace that she loves. She actually wore it today. So, and for a teenage girl to wear it right away, she must have liked it. What Cricut did you buy? Yeah, so I actually had the original Cricut from a few years ago that used the cartridges. And then when things started, upgrading and everything, it was a giant paperweight for me. I couldn't do half the stuff I wanted to with it. So I ended up selling it. And a few years has gone by. Gosh, been what, 5 or 6 years since I sold that? Yeah. So the one we got is a Cricut Explorer 2.
Sure.
Yeah. I was going to say, if you want to hold it up, it's plugged in. And it's in my color. I'll show it. It's right here. Can you see it? This is the one I got. And of course, it's in the color I love. All right. And you actually can put cartridges in this if you want. It's weird how they have that because you can't really buy the cartridges anymore. Just for the heck of it, I went online on Amazon and eBay to price the cartridges, and they are crazy expensive, like nuts. And you really don't need them because literally everything is on the computer now. There's like nothing that you can't do. So this, you can do everything. There's one more above it, but I didn't get that because I'm learning and it was very expensive. Really nice cup mug. This font, Jean, that I did on this mug. And the funny thing is this font is called, funny enough, Little Farmhouse. So of course I like that. Yeah, In Squash We Trust. I had the paper doll one too, and I actually made Grace paper dolls, and I actually made her birthday invitations one year with the paper dolls, and Aiden's too. I did them as their character on them. So can you show me which one? Okay, so this one is In Squash We Trust, a little nod to Chris from Hickory Croft Farm. I have another idea for squash too. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'll be making that one. And then the other one I did is, I believe in magic, I grow Longkeeper tomatoes. Now, do you like the tomato or would you rather see words? The word tomato. I was kind of going back and forth on it. So yeah, it's I mean, I can't tell you how many people here have businesses with their Cricuts. It's just, I guess they're just so busy they can't get back to people when I message them. So I'm really excited too because I crochet and I wanted to make what's the word I'm looking for? Labels to put on my items, especially my hats. And to have labels made was crazy expensive, like crazy expensive. So I bought this. It's faux leather. It's going to be really hard to tell in the package, but it's faux leather that I can make my own labels out of. I'll be able to make, oh my gosh, hundreds of labels out of these sheets, and I'm trying myself. So I kind of want to do that for my crochet things. You like the tomato? Okay. I thought they'd make great shirts too. So, oh, okay. That's all right, Lindsay. Jack, thanks for stopping in. Since you're late, I'll just show you. This is one of the first things I made. And like I said, I'm still learning. This was the first one. I got better as the day went on. But this one I did inspired by Mary Lynn. It says, I believe in magic. I grow longkeeper tomatoes. And I will say my longkeeper tomatoes, Mary Lynn, they survived. I managed to save them with that cold spell. So fingers crossed, they're going to work. So a cricut. It's a cricket. There's that. They used to have like a little symbol of a cricket on them, but they don't anymore. So, and then of course this one, which is inspired from Jack and Lindsay, because they said in Squash We Trust on my live last week, I did this one in Squash We Trust. It shows up really good when you put something in it. So cool. Can I hire you for making some brandy for breast? Because it's not like you have enough to do. I get a little better at it. I'd love to help you, Tiana. No problem. That's who we're getting our quarter. This is who we're actually getting our quarter cow from on Friday. This is the reason we had to get another deep freezer today. We're really excited. So it's on our list of things to start doing, maybe winter. Yeah, I'm really looking forward. Yesterday rained all day, so I took the whole day and just worked with my cricket. So no tomatoes. Tomatoes are false signals. There's only one true squash. Oh. So I'm going to pass me the hat. This happened by mistake. I was making this for something else and it turned out terrible. I'll show you it. Well, I'll show you the mistake after I show you this. So I got this hat. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Where's the camera? Can you see it? Can you see this? It says, you can't scare me. I'm a homesteader. So I was putting that on a drinking glass and again, one of the first things, as you can see, I wanted it all here, like just on the face, and it started here, wrapped around, and went a little wonky. I don't even know if I can get this off. This might be a throwaway, but well, here it may be Monday. That's perfect. That's okay. It gives us time to set the deep freezer up. Yeah. So, we may have a tomato team here. Squash is bad. I will say I eat a lot more tomatoes than I do squash. Winter is when I do most of my merch on Redbubble and books on Amazon. Yeah, I usually crochet and stuff in the winter, so I'm hoping to kind of join the two things. So we should start. I was thinking that the other day. I thought we totally should start a hashtag in Squash We Trust. I think Chris would get a kick out of it too. So what's everybody think of the hat? I think I'm so clever. Like, I think I'm so funny. I just thought that was really good. You don't have to agree so fast. I just love that. You can't scare me. I'm a homesteader. That came from my cancer t-shirt you got me that says you can't scare me. I had cancer or something like that. Yeah. So that's kind of where that came from. So razor blade will take it off. Maybe I'll try and save it because I sure hate to throw away the glass. I like the hat. Thank you. That, like I said, that came out mistake, and I thought, well, I got to use something. So if you get a cricut, the best piece of advice I got from somebody on a group I'm on is be prepared to waste a lot of material in the beginning. Because you do. You waste a lot of material. So what else is going around on the house? Oh my gosh, we have so much going on. We're waiting to hear from the roofer, who's also doing our siding and the gutters. Aiden painted our porch. He finished that last weekend. He did a fabulous job. First time painting. Like, I thought he did great. We paid him because he overheard us talking about paying a painter. to find someone to paint. And he's like, Mom, I'll paint it if you pay me. So I'm like, all right, but I'm going to expect a good job. And he did. And he went back and he touched up stuff. He got a little bit of paint on the brick, and we got brick. We went and bought more paint for the brick, and he touched up all the brick paint. So he did. I'm really proud of him. He did a really good. But I love the, thank you. Can you tell I like teal? Teal and green. Well, one of the reasons I like green, I actually liked this color. I mean, if I can, how do I twist it so you can see it? There we go. I actually liked this color green before I got cancer the first time. It just so happens that lymphoma cancer is lime green, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. So, okay, I've started the hashtag. There's a handful of squash pitchers and some actual squash players. They're gonna pull that up and wonder, why isn't anyone playing squash? We'll have to take pictures of us eating them. So, oh, thank you. Our Dollar Tree is actually
they're all like that.
Ours isn't $1.25 though. Ours is $1.50 now. We went to $1.50 a couple weeks ago. That's actually where I did I get the hat at the Dollar Tree? Yes. I got the hat at the Dollar Tree. And these mugs, and they're nice. I've been using them. I love them. They're nice mugs. And I did buy a bunch of the vinyl there. It's good for practicing, which is what I like, because I only paid $1.50 for it versus $10 and $15 a roll for the other stuff. So, oh no, I just read that comment. Yeah, it's good for practicing, but it's not great quality. The cricut blade chewed a lot of it right up. So that wasn't good. No, eating the actual vegetable squash.
That's a personal preference if you want to do that.
I'm leaving that there, and I'm just going to go on to the next thing. So, and my mom is coming. Yeah, you're going to see her in videos because she's going to be here for quite a bit. So there's no way she's not going to be in any. So I'm excited to see her. She's coming for the summer. And yeah, like I said, I'm not touching that. Oh, so we're just trying to get, we're hoping to enlarge the chicken coop maybe this weekend. There's just, our list. And at some point, we want to take a Saturday and go on a 4-wheel drive, finally, with our 4-wheeler we bought in April, other than using it around the property, which has been great. Like, that's been a big help, having that around the property. We haven't really been able to go anywhere, so, because we've been so busy. So we're really hoping to get that going. And just on a personal note, I've been, editing my videos and taking out things. And I have fallen into the trap of trying to make my videos perfect and showing how everythhing's perfect and nothing goes wrong. And I'm mad at myself because the whole reason I started my channel is because people like me who make a lot of mistakes and try, right? Trial and error. And what's your favorite saying? You don't learn
from success.
You learn from your mistakes. And I'm mad at myself because I was falling down that trap. So you're going to start seeing definitely more real again. And I just want to let everybody know I was falling into that trap of trying to make everything look perfect, and life is not perfect. Our lives are not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes with gardening. I'm not an expert. I did not go to school for gardening or horticulture. I didn't grow up on a farm. At least David has a little bit of knowledge. He grew up on a farm.
I am an expert. I do know everything.
You didn't hate the farm when you were a kid.
No, but I did understand everything and I know how to do everything.
Yeah, but you didn't expect to have one as an adult, did you?
No.
Okay. Hold on. Got a thing coming up. So you want to leave the house and I want to stay home, looking forward to the day I can. Yeah, I don't want to leave the house. We went out today and my car, we just got the Jeep windshield repaired 2 weeks ago. Yeah, that had a huge crack in it. Coming home from work Friday?
Yeah.
A vehicle in front of you or something? a rock came flying off and chipped my car windshield. So David's got to go to the city tomorrow to, oh, listen to us. We're sounding like total homesteaders now. The city. He's got to go to the city to get that fixed tomorrow. I'm not going. Once today was enough. We did a lot and that's it. So thank you. That's what I want. I want people to know that you can do this stuff if you've never done it before. I actually met a young lady who lives here in Trenton who came on my joined my channel, and she sent me pictures. She was so excited to show me. She is growing a huge garden all on her patio of her apartment. I mean, she had tomatoes and bell peppers, and I think she even had cucumbers. And I was like so happy and so proud of her, because that's what I want people to know, that you don't necessarily have to know what you're doing to be a success with it. There's a lot of new things I'm growing this year. I have no idea if I'm doing them right, if they're gonna work. If they're not, we'll just cross my fingers and hope they're gonna. So I'm going to start leaving some of the mistakes in. I'm not going to be editing them as much anymore. So yeah, I just, and I'm really self-conscious. I'm like, oh, that wasn't a flattering angle. Oh, I don't know. No, we can't put that in because that was not a good angle. You know what? Nuts to that. Because I love doing my channel. This is the most excited I've been in a long time for something, and I really enjoy it. And my shamelessly begging and plugging for more subscribers before the end of June worked. I actually got, I think, 2 or 3 subscribers today. So yay. And I'm trying to be better at that, at self-promotion. I stink at that. So I'm trying to be better at it. So yeah, Lindsay, I love your videos. I think they're amazing. So in both directions. Okay, time to show another thing I made. So I got a little bit better when I got to this mug. This one's one of my favorites. Homesteading Mama with a chicken. In my color, of course. So I like this one. So I've been hashtagging Homesteading Mama a lot. So all my mama homesteaders, start using that hashtag. Seriously, I've been getting a lot more people on my Instagram since I started doing that, because there's a lot of us out there. So don't worry, I'm going to make a homesteading dad too. So yeah, what I've been doing, Rem, is every Monday, no matter what, and luckily this Monday was raining, so it made it easier. But every Monday I do, on Inside Monday, I do all my editing. I actually have the next 3 weeks worth of videos ready to just go, because I can only do about 2 videos a week because our internet stinks. Maybe Saturdays sometimes if it's a small one. So yeah. Homesteading dad. Yeah, I will do one. Yep. Oh, that would be good. Yeah, that would be a good one, Jean. I like that. Homesteading cat lady too. I could do like, what was it I seen? A hashtag the other day. Homesteading dog, I think it was. I'm only 2 weeks behind. Like, my videos are purposely behind because, like I said, I'm doing them all as I can on Monday and getting them ready. And then I just have a notepad, because I'm still old school. I write everything down, what videos I'm putting out this week, next week, and that. So, and there'll be another one tomorrow. Gosh, it's Thursday already tomorrow. So yeah, I like that. A soup can with the homegrown soup with the chicken. And I'm actually making a crazy chicken cat lady t-shirt for myself. I ran out of time. I was hoping to get it done today, but I didn't. So it takes a little time. This one's got a lot of intricate little pieces I have to peel off and everything. So I didn't get it done in time. So, and so I made Aiden a t-shirt. Next Wednesday, Aiden's going to be joining me for a live. June 15th is the last day of Tourette's Syndrome Awareness Month. It's weird. It goes May 15th to June 15th. I don't know who decided to do that, but anyway. So he's going to join me for a live next Wednesday, and we're going to, it's like I said, it won't necessarily be a homesteading topic, but it's a topic that's very important to us. And he's going to talk about what it's like to have Tourette's, what he would like people to know, how it's affected us as a family, and why acceptance is so important with this. And he's looking forward to it. So I made him a t-shirt that he came up with. This is all him. He came up with this. So I made him a t-shirt that says, "No, I'm not winking at you. I have Tourette syndrome. Sorry to disappoint you." Because that's our son. So he came up with that all himself, and he's going to wear it on the 15th, the last day. So he was pretty excited. I was pretty excited because it turned out awesome. I'm so proud of myself. It literally, it turned out better than I thought it would. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I was really shocked. I put it to him, like I said, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. And he didn't. I said, yeah, I'd like to do it like really fast. So yeah, it makes labels. I can do labels on all my like flour and sugar canisters and all that. So I'm looking forward to that. Great. I hope people watch, because it's a very important topic. And there's a lot of misunderstanding about Tourette syndrome. We had a lot of misunderstanding when we first found out he had it. Like, we were like, what? He doesn't have Tourette syndrome. We knew there was something, but we were never in a million years did Tourette's enter our stratosphere. So smart boy. He is a smart boy. He's actually very smart. That's part of the problem. Well, it is.
Smart and lazy.
Oh, teenage boys. Part of it's his Tourette's, but I'm sure part of it is just 15-year-old boys. I mean, anyone who's got teenagers, am I wrong? Like really seriously, are they this hard to motivate? Like, good grief. You weren't.
Well, I'm special. I'm different.
Can tell he has very low self-esteem, my husband. Would you mind getting me some water?
Yeah.
Thank you. Very thirsty tonight. It got warm in here, like suddenly.
Always warm.
The other thing that's new is I started intermittent fasting. I'm sure you've all noticed I'm not a size 6. And weight is something I've struggled with my whole life. I can remember being as young as 10 and having people make remarks about my baby fat. And oh Lord, just came across a bunch of pictures the other day when I was doing some organizing, and we found a picture of myself, my senior picture. And I remember, and I looked at it and I'm like, Lynn, I wish I weighed now what I did then when I thought I was overweight, because boy, was I not. So anyway, so I'm doing intermittent fasting again, and it's going really well. It's working for me. I actually lost 50 pounds starting at the end of 2019, and I kept it all off during all of 2020 craziness and into 2021. And then last summer, some personal things happened and just knocked me off my roll I was on, just knocked me off my feet. And it's been very hard to get back onto it. So I did Weight Watchers, but the one that's closer to us has closed because they couldn't get enough people to come. So I'm not traveling with gas prices the way they are. I am not traveling 25, 30 minutes to go to a Weight Watchers meeting. So I'm trying intermittent fasting, and it's working. We actually tried it together last year for about 4 months. If I wanted to stay married, we had to stop. He didn't like it, but for some reason it's working better for me. So the only thing I find hard is not having that tea first thing in the morning. That's really hard. And that's more of a habit but maybe it is a bit of a need too. So that's hard. That I do find that hard, not having that first cup of tea until 12:30 or whatever hours I'm doing. So it's going well. And I've lost so far, because I haven't weighed myself yet this week, but as of last week, I'm down 6 pounds. So I'm definitely going to shout that out. Yes, watching TV all day. He doesn't even watch TV. He doesn't. No. He's not a TV watcher. He likes movies, but he's not a TV watcher, but he watches a lot of YouTube. Yeah. Which I can't blame him, because it kind of comes by that naturally. She says at 37, it's still hard to motivate. Oh. Yeah, it's, there's no special diet. There's no, I am doing low carb too. I'm not doing keto. Again, that's something we tried together. If I wanted to stay married, I had to stop the keto because he was like jonesing for some bread and a sandwich. So yeah, he
Not natural.
keto,
Not right.
it's expensive too. Keto is very expensive. So I'm just doing low carb. I'm not, because this Irish gene loving girl loves her bread and her carbs. But I'm just trying to have my carbs like at one meal instead of like throughout the whole day kind of thing. So yeah. I make exceptions on the weekend because we like to get up in the mornings, especially this time of year, and have tea on our porch or our back deck together. So I do shorter fast on the weekends, so we can do that. At least one of them, usually Saturday. But yes, I do drink water first thing in the morning. So no teenager is fun. Grace was a dream.
Yeah, Grace is different.
She's such a sweetheart. We have really, the only complaint I have of her is, and it's not even something she can control. Gracie has severe social anxiety, and it makes leaving the house very hard for her. So that's and I wouldn't, it's not that I want to change her. I want to change the world for her, right? Instead of changing her for the world. That's the only thing that is hard, but she's joy. She's just joy. That's what we say to her. She's just joy. She really is. Not that Aiden's not. I love my son. There are days where he's not as much a joy. But I love him. He's funny. Oh, he's funny. And he knows he's funny.
He thinks he's
funny. He only gets that from you.
No, I know I'm funny.
We're like the only thing about intermittent fasting I find is I'm very thirsty a lot. He's doing the IF, Tracy, the intermittent fasting. I know it works really well for men. They lose it pretty quick when the man is willing to do it. I saw that death glare. Oh. Good night, Maurice and Tiana. Thanks. Just let us know when that cow is ready. We're ready whenever. So looking forward to it. We have to tell you the products we've gotten from you before have been amazing. So especially the sausage. Sausage has been amazing on pizza. So was there anything else we wanted to talk about tonight? Yeah. Remy's like, he agrees with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like I did. So I kind of mixed it up because it's actually better. My research has said if you mix it up, not try and do the same thing too often because your body gets used to it. So I either do 18-hour fast and I only have like a 6-hour window where I eat, or I do 17. Sometimes I do 16. If I haven't ate as much the day before, those 18-hour ones are harder to do. I'm actually working my way up to a 24-hour. I'm trying to kind of reset my body. We'll see how it goes. I actually made it to 20 hours one day last week. So we'll see.
I have them.
So
I'm just
yeah, he
and
does. Yeah. Is he squinting a lot?
Yeah.
There's a pile of them over here if you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had perfect vision forever. Like it made me sick because I wear contacts or have very thick glasses.
I just need them for reading.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Hi, Marcy. Nice to see you. So one of the last things I made, and this was for me, I'm not finished because I forgot something, but I made a mug for myself with my logo. So there's the bucket with the chicken, and it's hard. You can tell the chicken standing on the list. I still have to do the
handle.
Thank you. Handle for that. And then on the other side, see how this font is so much better? Like I said, I learned as I went along. And that's that farmhouse font. And I love it. And it doesn't have to be straight because of the way it's written. So yeah, I love that. I will be drinking my tea Saturday morning in this. So very happy with that. So, and it's a lot. What a difference between this one and this one. Because this one, what is it? Or is it? No, it was this one where you can see the, if I got it straight, the ADING kind of went whoop, up a bit. I've also learned it's important how you peel it off. That makes a difference. So, I will, Tracy. If I don't think I can make it, I will definitely. You have to figure out though, a good 18 hours of the 24-hour fast is sleeping. Like I'm going to cut myself off like at 5 o'clock at night. So I've already got, 12, 14 hours in me before I even wake up. So that makes it a little bit easier. I've got a friend who's doing this. She did a 36-hour and a 48-hour. I don't think I like food too much to fast for 2 days.
No chance.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that. I just want to do the 124-hour just to kind of reset my body. I got a lot of issues that chemo left me with. So a reset's not such a bad thing. So like you saw, I forgot the name of, I did it again. The handle, the thing that goes on the bucket. That's chemo. I tell my doctor all the time, I said, my brain must look like a piece of Swiss cheese because my memory is horrible. I just picture how there's holes all through my brain and everything falls out. And that's why I can't remember. So yeah, I'm worried about getting hangry too. Like I said, I'm going to try it. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but what is really good is I have an app on my phone that lets me know how much time I have left too. So that helps. Yeah, chemo brain, and it lasts forever. My oncologist said it's a forever thing, particularly if you've had chemo a lot, and I have. And then you add the stem cell surgery. Do you call it a surgery?
Yeah.
Stem cell surgery. That also comes with a whole host of side effects. So in my fourth cancer 2 years ago was brought on by the chemo I got my second time I had cancer. So yeah, fun, but I'm still here, right? So it's a lot better than the alternative.
Yeah.
So Marcy, because you're late, I'm just going to show you some of the things I've been making. So this one says, "You can't scare me. I'm a homesteader." I'm hoping to wear this and some videos soon. Oh, so yeah, so you can relate it. And actually they've attributed chemo brain to like having a head injury because it's trauma to your brain, so it's frustrating and scary sometimes because I worry, down the road, what's my memory going to be like at 60, 70, 80. It does worry me. And I mean, I'll never forget the first time it happened to me. I held a pencil in my hand and I was crying because I could not remember the name of the darn thing that was in my hand. I'm like, what do you call this? And so, yeah. And of course, when I go to my doctor, what's his favorite thing to tell me?
That's normal.
It's your new normal.
Yeah.
Oh, that's normal. Oh, that's normal. I don't even tell him stuff anymore, so my memory is bad, but for no reason.
I have a really good memory. It's
you have
very
it
short.
Yeah. It's hard. And, I know Remy can, his wife there, she has Meniere's disease, and I totally can relate to that because the chemo caused that. And sometimes you'll see me on my videos. I promise you, I'm not drunk when I'm making my videos. I just, like right now, I'm actually feeling a little, like I'm on a ship. And it comes and goes. It's horrible. I take medication, but it doesn't help. I wonder if I have ADHD sometimes without the H. Oh gosh. Actually,
ADD is actually a thing.
Yeah. ADD. Is that what Aiden has? Yes, because he doesn't have the hyper. Tourette's kids commonly have more than one thing. He has
It's authority defiant
disorder. That's just a lovely one.
Yeah.
And then the
All
doctor tells
teenagers
us
have that.
all teenagers. And then the doctors tell us, you know, a lot of people in prison were diagnosed with, what is it again?
ADD.
No, authority disorder.
Attention.
No.
Authority.
Authority.
What is it called?
We just said it.
Yeah. Defiant
Disorder. And that's how she tells us. A lot of people in prison have that. So I'm on my way home from Toronto. I'm in tears because I'm like looking at my little boy thinking, are we going to be visiting him in prison when he's like 20? Like, I couldn't believe that's how that doctor ended up leaving that clinic. So we didn't see her again, but literally that's how she, described it. So he has that, and he has some OCD, definitely, but he doesn't have the OCD where he's neat and organized and clean. Oh no. He's got the part of Tourette's that he's messy and disorganized and doesn't mind if his room's an absolute pigsty because he knows where everything is.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Yes, oppositional defiance disorder. And like David said, doesn't every teenager have that? Then, to be fair, I know a lot of adults who have it too. Marcy, I did too. I was the one in the family who remembered everything for everybody, like everything. And now everyone's on their own because mom has a hard enough time remembering to make sure I took my slippers off and put my shoes on before I leave the house. So, but yeah, so he's diagnosed with that. ADD. He doesn't have the hyper part. He has, he can get very hyper focused on one thing, and it sounds like it's a good thing, but it actually can be detrimental. Like, because you get so focused on one thing that everything else slides, kind of thing. So yeah, it's our household is never boring. It's not. It's never boring here. Oh no. Well, I used to remember everything for him. Yeah. So yeah. See, with Aiden, I mean, I don't want to talk too much because we're going to talk about it next week, but part of Tourette's is they only see things in black and white. There's no gray. So to say he has authority disorder or whatever it is, oppositional defiance disorder, I don't think it's necessarily fair because it's just that Aiden's, it's either right or wrong. The teacher tells you to sit down and do your work. You sit down and do your work. So when the other kids aren't doing that, it drives Aiden insane. Because he's like, the teacher told us to sit down and do our work. Like, he doesn't see any gray at all, So he might make a good cop. Maybe, I don't know.
Lawyer.
So, or we tell him all the time he should be a lawyer because he can argue with Satan himself, and Satan would give up and run away because he will argue with you. Yep. You could tell him the sky is blue. Oh, it's not that blue. There's a little bit of gray out there, Mom. No. like, geez, Louise, kid. So I tell him all the time, you got to be a lawyer. But he doesn't want to be a lawyer. What does he want to do now? That's the other thing. He's all freaked out because they got him at school telling him that he needs to decide what he wants to do. And he's 15. He's just finishing grade 9, his first year of high school. I told him he has lots of time to think about what I'm 7 and I'm just figuring out what I want to do. So yeah. Oh, hi Tanya. You already saw the one thing because I sent you a picture. Tanya has been not only is she my new best friend, but she's been my help. How do I do this with my cricut lady? So I've been sending pictures to her to show her what I made something. So, and then Grace's t-shirt. Grace is obsessed with aliens. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Not illegal aliens, like aliens from outer space. The little green men. She's obsessed with them. Loves them. With space. She loves anything to do with space and galaxies and things like that. And so I made her alien face, and on the bottom it says, "The truth is out there." And she, like I said, she wore it today. She loved it so much. So, oh, thank you. So Tanya, this is the hat I made. You can't scare me. I'm a homesteader. That was a mistake because it was supposed to go on a glass and the glass got screwed up. So I ended up putting it on that. I did this in Squash We Trust, and I put the little squash on. You saw my bucket list one. I did this one. This one has some mistakes, but I still like it. So I'm still going to use it because it has my chicken on it. And Mary Lynn, who grows the Lawn Keeper tomatoes, I did this one. I believe in magic. I grow Lawn Keeper tomatoes. So, Mary Lynn, I hope it's not a whole year before I can give you one, but I can only imagine just shipping something like that to Quebec would probably cost me $50. And it's only going to get worse. So,
we'll have to drop it off on our way through.
Oh yeah, we go down east. I don't know where you live. We're hoping. We're fingers crossed. We're going to try and go for 5 days near the end of August. Yeah. David really wants. I want to see my grandmother. God love her. She's 94. And she's agreed that she needs to go into long-term care homes. So they were looking at places yesterday. I really want to go see her. I'm praying she makes it to 100 because she'll be the first one in our family to make it to 100. That I'm just not ready to say goodbye to her. She's the one who got me into canning. She canned and she always made pickled beets for me. I was the only one who really liked them in the family. And she'd make them for me. And she also made the best squash pie. I'm hoping to get her recipe from her when we go down. So we're hoping to go down. We're going literally, this is going to be the shortest trip ever, 5 days. Travel on a Monday or travel one day, stay 3 days, come back
Friday.
The 5th day, right? That's 5. So it's going to be a quick trip, but David hasn't seen his parents in 6 years.
Yeah. Oh my God.
6 years. So, yeah, thanks. I'm learning. So, yeah, so we're hoping to go down east, but gas went up here. We're $2.10 a liter.
Yeah.
We went up 20 cents.
Yeah.
20 cents in 2 days. And they've told us we need to prepare for worse. So, well, just for instance, I have a little Chevy Spark. I don't know if anyone's seen them. I love it. It's a limey green color. It's my favorite color almost. And I love it. And when a year ago, we were spending $60 for about 6 weeks worth of gas, right? Would you say? We go a little longer than a month.
You fill your tank for like $25.
Yeah. It cost David $60
$60
to fill my car today. That will be 2 weeks. So a year ago, I was getting 6 weeks for $60. A year later, we're getting, if we're lucky, 2 weeks for $60. Like this is crazy. You know, they have fixed. Yeah, I do know it's $15, I think, but not every post office has them. I think Belleville might, because they're a little bit bigger city than us. Because we used to do a thing where we up north in the Yukon, they do birthday boxes, and we've done a few donations. We should do that again. We haven't done it for a while. Because up in the Yukon, like to get a box cake mix, like just Duncan Hines cake mix, they're paying. Well, this was a couple of years ago. God only knows what they're paying now. They were paying $8 and $9 at their stores for a little box of cake mix that we used to get for 99 cents. I haven't bought that in years, so I have no idea how much it is now. And a lot of people were getting those boxes because they could put stuff in them and mail them up there for a cheaper price. I could never do it. Our post office didn't have them. That's been a few years now, though. So we'll see if they're going to do. If I get better at my Cricut, I'll probably do a giveaway in a little while. That might be my next one, but it might just be stickers. Oh, I made a bumper sticker for my car, too, that says Homesteader. So I put it right on. So I did that too. So, yeah. Where was I going with all this? So yeah, so the gas and the groceries, and I'm not scared because I've been preparing. I'm scared for my parents. I'm scared for my grandmother. I'm scared for David's parents. That's who I'm scared about. All these prices. That's who I'm scared for. We're going to be okay because I saw this coming and we knew, right? So all of us knew. So that's why I made my garden so big. So can you order the boxes? I'll look into it. I'll see. I have no idea. I don't mail things out too often because they do cost so much. That's why I'm so grateful that I can use Amazon in the States and send my parents presents. It doesn't cost me anything. I sent my dad's Father's Day gift just through Amazon. Just go to the American site and you can send it. So yeah, I'll have to find out if I can do that. But so how are all you guys' gardens? Everything planted? Still got stuff to plant? I know different zones and stuff. Tanya, I know you had radishes already. My radishes aren't ready yet. I pulled one a couple days ago and there was nothing there. So they're not ready. I don't know if they're only 30 days, I think, but it's got to be getting close to a month since I planted them. I think it was like still planting. Yeah. Guess I just got a few things left to plant. 8 out of 10 of the garden is not planted. But you're in a different zone than me, so it's probably not that uncommon. Oh, you're going to see your parents this weekend, so no planting this weekend, huh? I am gonna look around next year. I want to plant some hazelnut trees like you did, Mary Lynn. I never even thought of, and I mean, we love nuts. I can't believe I didn't think about planting any nut trees. I guess I didn't think they could grow in our climate. So wet here. I planted lots of stuff in winter still. So I have peas, radishes, carrots, and my first set of potatoes are only a couple of weeks until ready. Cool. My potatoes are growing like crazy. Like growing. When do you know when they're ready? Because like all the green is coming out of the totes I planted them in. They're literally coming out of those totes. So yeah, they're I hope they're doing amazing. They sure look like they are. So well, I'm not planted either, working on it. I had a couple of bad spells. I got a little overwhelmed by just the sheer volume of everything. And then forgetting I had those other things coming that I ordered in January that showed up today. And this was part of my brain. With my gardening, I always used to do, okay, all the tomatoes have to be here. All the beans have to be here. Like, that's how I always, so this year I'm like, oh, hey, I got a spot there. There goes one of those Amish tomato plants I got today. Oh, there's a spot there. I'm going to stick that. So I'm finally figuring out everything doesn't have to be boom, 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 boom in your garden. Oh, yay! Tanya's mailing me sweet potato slips because mine all died. They were doing amazing, and then they just died. So, yeah, they are the wild one. The one children were selling them glasses on the side of the road. I don't know what that means. I don't know what they are the wild one. The one children were selling glasses on the side of the road. Did I see something back up here? And when the green starts dying back, your potatoes are ready. Okay, that's what I've read. So yeah, I'm starting to get like that. I had no choice this year. I'm like, you know what, Lynn? Oh, the hazelnut. Okay. Right. Okay. So I have to look for wild hazelnut. Is that what you're saying? Is that something I can buy? Hazelnuts. They're like the most expensive nuts. Of course I love them. I don't know why I have such expensive taste, because God knows I didn't grow up rich. Oh, I'm the opposite. I don't care where it's planted. I'm learning that. I'm learning not to be quite so particular. That's the word I'm going to use. Yeah, particular. I'm starting to stick stuff where I have space. So yeah. But yeah, I did get a little overwhelmed. I had a couple, yeah, you had them in Maine and South. Oh, yes. Yeah, I remember our neighbor next door when I was growing up, he had walnuts, and I can't remember if they were hazelnuts he had. They also had plum trees. I can remember climbing that plum tree and I fell out of it. But yeah, I remember him had the walnut, and they were so good, the walnuts. I can still remember the taste of them. They were so good. So I don't know why I didn't think about growing. So that will be next year's plan. Next year. I'm not even thinking about it for this year. No way. Did you guys have any like nut trees or anything? It was just always a big garden.
We had enough nuts in our family to need trees.
I hope none of them are watching. called your relatives nuts. If any of my relatives are watching, we weren't nuts. We were just different. You're terrible. Oh, so what else do we got to talk about? It's harder when I don't have somebody to interview or talk, because David's not the talker, in case you all noticed that. I make up for it. He never has been. When he used to drink, you couldn't shut him up. That's probably one of the reasons he used to drink, because it made him talk more talkative and sociable. So, yeah. Those ones. Beaked hazelnut. Okay, I will check those out. I'm excited now. I'm going to try those next year. Add to my food forest. My apple trees I planted last year are looking amazing this year. I don't know if it's possible to get an apple. Was it last year we got those apple trees, or a year before? Do you remember?
Maybe?
Was it 2020?
Yeah.
Might have been. Yeah, maybe they're 2 years old. Usually it takes 3 years before you see any, but man, they are looking beautiful. So I don't know if it's possible or not. So
I'm a little small for that.
They are more bush type, big bush, but not tree. Oh, that's even better. Though, if we did get tree type, we could have them along the end of our. We're still looking. We're still trying to find something to plant along our property to give us privacy from the road and to cut out the dust. My cousin Michelle was watching my herb garden planting video I posted yesterday, and she said, there's one point where you're talking and this big truck goes down the road and the cloud of dust, Lynn, and you didn't notice. I'm like, oh, I noticed. I've lived out here for 8 years. Believe me, we know how much dust. We just washed down all of our Adirondack chairs this morning, Grace and I, and they're totally coated already. Because then we have the big farmer machines that go down the side of the road so cars can pass them, and it just billows. It's one of the reasons we're going with a darker color for the siding to help with the dirt, because it's so bad. And then the city comes out and lays out even more gravel and dirt on the ditch. It's like, we don't need any more. Please, for the love of God, stop bringing out dirt. So we want to plant something for privacy, because the traffic has increased like crazy in the 8 years since we moved out here. And then we didn't win the Lotto Max. We weren't one of the lucky ones, so we're staying here. No big compound to build a whole bunch of homesteaders properties. So we're stuck here for at least another couple of days to the next lottery. But I love our place. It would be hard to leave. It really would, because of all the work we put into it, especially with the gardens and stuff.
Probably would.
You need honeysuckle bushes. They grow like crazy and make a great. Oh, I love honeysuckle. Oh, maybe we'll look for them. And that's what you want. You want something that will grow fast, and they make a great privacy hedge. Well,
but we also need something that gets tall.
Do they get tall and bushy, or because
our property is like it's sunken down from the road, so we have a good 4 or 5 feet before it's even road level.
So we need something that's already. He wants something that's already tall, which we're going to pay for. We might only be able to get 2 or 3 this year, and then get 2 or 3 next year. I'm mad at ourselves, because if we'd done this 8 years ago, we would already have the privacy hedge. So I don't want to wait any longer. But we will look into. I love honeysuckle. I love that. We used to have them on the property when I was a kid. They smell amazing, and the bees love them. So if we try to do bees next year, yeah, 12 to 20 feet tall. That should work.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I never, all of my research, nothing came up about honeysuckle. I'm going to look into that, because I love honeysuckle, and that'd be pretty too, to have that for a hedge. So, I mean, every time we go somewhere, they keep wanting to sell us the cedars, and I don't want cedars for a bunch of reasons, but I don't want cedars. And then what was the other thing they suggested? I did like the yews. Was that the ones I liked? I did like them, but man, they were pricey to get decent size ones. Japanese yew. I think that's what it was. We liked the Japanese maple, but she said they won't guarantee them at the nursery because they're so finicky and delicate. So I'm like, well, I don't want to get that. I'm not paying all that money. And then if they die on me in 6 months or something, we can't even get new ones or whatever with the warranty. So 12 to 20 feet tall, that would be perfect. Perfect. Do you know how fast, how much they grow in a year? Cedar are boring and you are toxic. Cedar is boring, and nothing grows. Of course, if it's grass, I don't care. I hate grass. Hate it, hate it, hate it. We have to do so much mowing because of the rain and the ticks. And I hate grass. I want all food in the front yard. So cedar, nothing will grow under a cedar either. But I'm not a big, and I didn't know you were toxic. That's not good. I had to go. Oh, Tracy, thanks for dropping by. And thank you for your opinions on what you thought I was making. I hope to see you next week when my son's on here with me. And I hope everything's going good in the greenhouse. So good night. I didn't realize what time it was. Well, I started later. I started at 7:30. Okay. Honeysuckle grows about a foot or two in a season. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, Marcy, I'm so glad you came on because I think that might be what we're going to grow because we just need to make a decision and then do it. So we might see if we can find some even this weekend. That would be great. I actually sold plants, which I just went and bought more flowers with them. With the money I sold on the plants. But we sold eggs today. So yay. It's not about the money. It really isn't. It's just all the money goes back to feeding the chickens anyway. So it's not about making profit. It's just we have so many eggs and I've frozen a whole freezer bag full so far. And I'm going to freeze some more. I am going to do some baking and get it frozen too. Some doughs and things. So they're all ready to go when my mom's here because the woman loves bread. I come by it, honestly. Hello, Jeff. How'd your canoe trip go? I've been seeing little snippets on Instagram of your trip. And we have white and pink ones. Oh, that would be so pretty. I think we're going to plant honeysuckle. Yeah. We are so stupid. You went upside down? See, this is why Lynn won't do a canoe trip down rapids. No way. Good grief. Obviously, you're okay because you're on my live. Yeah.
Everyone sees the top part of the river. It's important to see what's underneath.
What was it like under there?
Lots of rocks, a couple fish.
Oh, this is what I live with. Cold. You aren't stupid. You're cute. Okay, yeah, that's what I should say. I'll say we're lame. Jeff says it was. Jeff says it was cold.
I bet.
But did you enjoy your trip? And did you enjoy your ride in the? What was it?
Hot air balloon?
No, the plane.
Oh,
was it the seaplane? Is that what you call them? Was it a seaplane you were traveling in? Mm-hmm. Good night, Marcy. Thank you for the honeysuckle advice. We're totally going to go with that. So I really do. I think that's what we're going to go with. So have a good night. Have a good week. Have a good weekend. Happy planting. Tanya laughing at us. Why? Because we're goobers. Absolutely, yes. And the float plane was epic. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Like, was she offering for real? Because if she has some, if she's offering, I mean, it's a bit of a drive. But if you're willing to go dig some up, Marcy's the one who put on the convention.
Oh, yeah.
So she lives in the area. But yeah, if she's offering for free, we'd go dig some up. We got shovels, we got buckets. Goofy goobers. That's why you're my people. Oh, video. Oh, good. I can't wait. Yeah, your Instagram pictures have been beautiful. And stuff, giving us little snippets of his trip. David's not on Instagram. David's barely on Facebook, and that's only been recently. When he retired, when you retired from military, you finally went on.
Yeah.
You never thought it was. Yeah, he never had one while he was in.
No, evil.
Well, security and all that they told you, but you want to know the best thing about David retiring from full-time military? It's not the no more going away, though that's great. It's it's not that he gets to be home more. That's great. It's all the kit went back. Duffel bags and duffel bags and duffel bags and barrack boxes and Rubbermaid totes full of crap he never used, he never wore, they never would take it back. When he retired, anything they didn't want got given away or whatever. That is the best thing about him retiring from the military. Our garage was a good quarter of it.
Yeah.
A good quarter of it. And we have a good sized garage. A good quarter of the garage was his kit. So I would say that's probably the best part about him retiring from the military. Full time retirement is great.
Yes,
yeah.
Retirement is great.
Yeah. Look at Jeff says, but I think you replaced that space with gardening equipment.
Well, it was a space, so we have to fill it.
I think the 4-wheeler takes up a lot more space in my gardening stuff.
Yeah, like 4-wheeler as much as I do. Give me that.
There's going to be a video coming out. David actually got me a garden shed by my garden to hold everything now. So there's not a lot in the garage, and we have the barn now. So that 4-wheeler takes up a lot of space, and we're turning the garage into a gym for the boys. Well, I mean, all of us. But why leave it empty? We've gotten rid of a lot. Yeah. We have. I mean, I'm so proud of us. We needed to get the garage was so embarrassing. Like, I didn't even want to do videos out there of my freezer or anything because it literally was that messy. Oh, I had to tell you, I have my first formed tomato about the size of a pea. Yay! Grow, tomato, grow. Yeah, he wins. Did you see this? Oh my goodness, he wins Best Husband of the Year, a garden shed. I need one.
Every year. Every year.
You're pretty great, I will say. I couldn't do this without him. It's woohoo, exciting, Tracy. I'm glad you came back to tell us. Yes, that's so cool. Let's hope I hope all of our gardens do the best they have ever done, and we all have epic harvest. Like, that's what in my prayers at night, that's what I pray for all of us, to have amazing harvest this year. And I'm serious. But yeah, the shed, it's awesome. I love the shed. I did a video, so I don't want to give too much away, but it should have been easy to put together. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Like everything we buy. Yeah. That desk we got for Aiden that you've been putting together, how easy was that last night? The way he was carrying on, it didn't sound too great. But then again, like I said, it was work. So
complained about every tiny little thing.
Oh, sorry, David, but my boyfriend is pretty good too. You have competition. I just think we're very lucky ladies then, Mary Lynn. So he is like, he's always saying, your brain never stops, does it? And it doesn't. I think of things I want to do. I want like all the time. It never stops. I have a hard time sleeping because my brain doesn't stop. And God love him. He will rein me in. He will. You look, like something's got to give here. But sometimes he's a bad influence because he agrees to do it. So it's sometimes your fault because you say yes.
I'm getting into.
So, but I mean, David and I do everything. I mean, Aiden will help occasionally. Grace helps a little bit. Gracie does a lot inside, I will say. She does a lot inside, but once we go outside, she doesn't like getting dirty. She doesn't like bugs. She doesn't like creepy crawly anything. She
doesn't like the outside.
She doesn't like the outside. She loves sitting on the deck in the sun, reading or whatever. But yeah, you can be right or you can be happy. You can't be both.
I believe that I'm right.
You would believe wrong. Yeah, Tracy, that's a start. That's right. Yeah, I mean, Aiden does help, but he painted the porch for us. Like I said, we paid him, but I wanted to pay him because we were going to pay somebody else a lot more. We didn't pay him what we would have painted, what we would have hired somebody, but he paid him. And he does help. I mean, he does. But for the most part, the homesteading stuff is a 2-man and woman show. Like we do everything ourselves, and it gets very tiring sometimes. Yeah. But seeing my garden right now makes me so happy. Like when I bought 2 more plant pots and 2 more flowers and 20 tomato cages tonight, I had to buy 20. Wait, it was 20.
Yeah.
I had to buy 20 more tomato cages tonight. Because all those ones showed up. And he's like, wow, he said, we've spent a lot on the garden this year. And I said, well, it's cheaper than therapy. Right. And it truly is. It makes me happy. And I really think a lot of my, it's helped me a lot mentally. But it makes me happy to be right. I like that. That could be another one that I make, Mary Lynn. It makes me happy to be right. Or I could do, you could be happy or you could be right, but it makes me happy to be right. That might be a good one. Good idea. See, my brain never stops. And I am the type too, if I see something, I'm like, gosh, I could probably make that. And then making it yourself ends up costing you 3 times as much as if you just bought the darn thing you saw. But one of the reasons I got into crocheting is because I had a lot of muscle weakness, especially in my hands after chemo the second time. So I learned crochet to help build my hands up. Now my hands get tired from the crocheting. And of course I loved it and fell in love with it. So now in the evenings, that's what I've been doing. I've been making my fall hats that I sell, my apples and my pumpkin children hats. Until this year, I'm counting on my garden to cut down. Yeah, I agree, Trey. I do. It's like I was saying, and I'm not so much worried about us 4, David and I and the kids. I'm worried about my parents, David's parents, my grandmother, things like that. That's who I'm worried about, who are on very fixed incomes. I mean, my dad is one of the luckier ones. He has a very good disability pension from the military, so that helps. But I'm worried about people this winter having to pick between fuel and food. Down home Maine's got one of the highest gas prices and fuel prices right now for heating of all the states. Gas is over $5 a gallon. And part of that is because they're on the border with Canada, because it's still cheaper to go over to Calais from the St. Stephen border, New Brunswick, to get your gas. It's still cheaper to go there. So I'm not scared because I'm preparing, and so I don't have to be scared. But I worry. I mean, they say it's going to get worse, and you're thinking, how much worse can it be? Are we going to see over $3 a liter here? Like, I don't know. So, yeah, I mean, we just in 2 weeks, I've seen prices go up. So, nope, exactly. Yep. And, people call me, oh, you don't need to prepare. You don't need to have that. You don't need to have, yeah, well, you can laugh at me all you want, but we'll see how you're feeling come October, November this year. So we already seen chickens. Oh my gosh, the cost of chickens and eggs. And they're saying eggs. Somebody was saying to me today that they were told that they heard eggs could go up as much as $8 to $9 a carton at the grocery stores here in Canada. That's crazy. Lay chickens lay is all I can say about my chickens. So hello, Darren. Yeah. So Aiden, David's going to get off. Not that he said a whole lot, but thanks. So you'll be seeing him more in videos. Yes, dear, I saw on your Facebook, you put up a little fence around the bird's nest. Do you know what kind of birds these were? Boy, the eggs sure were pretty. Yeah, did you ever think, Tracy, you'd see gas that high? I mean, honestly, he's finally big at me today, Darren. So yeah, he's going to start being, because it is I did decide to do the channel, but the homestead is ours. It's not just mine. So we have 11 in the incubator and finally have 2 broody hens laying on their clutch. I'm so stoked. Cute. We don't have a rooster. So, which I'm grateful for, because the people in back of us have a rooster and the people a few houses down have a rooster. And holy moly, Saturday morning, they think they could hear one another and they were getting each other going like crazy. Like, though I will say our new chickens, the sex links, they are some noisy chickens. Like you would think they were roosters with the noises they make. Seriously. Sounds like it could be. Oh, I love juncos. I love junco birds. Oh yeah, yeah, they had to have been, and it was just, and I'm like, this is why we don't have a rooster. Not to mention, I don't think our neighbors would appreciate if we had roosters. So as it is, the chickens get noisy. Thank goodness they're in the back, so it's not so bad. There's no houses like down here in the back, and then there's another acre, and then a great big empty field, and then a street with houses. So I don't think they're hearing my chickens, but we hear their rooster. We had one broody hen, but because the rain last week made it really muddy, we switched them and put them in a different spot. And I think that made her stop being broody because we had to kick her out. But our chicken coop flooded. Not the coop itself, but the area they're in, it all flooded yesterday. It rained here so hard at times. Like I was nervous. Like we had a lot of rain, and we're supposed to have rain tomorrow. And then our chances for rain are pretty low for the next few days. So yeah, if I can talk David into it, because I told them, I said, just once it would be neat to get some fertilized eggs. We actually have friends who have fertilized eggs, and incubate them just once, just to see it. I think it would be cool. So I'm trying to talk him into it. We'll see. I think I can. So yeah, I'd like to do it once. Chicks are just so much work, I find. Maybe just because we always seem to get the chicks in the colder weather, so we have to have them, inside somewhere until they get all their feathers and it warms up enough for them to go outside. But the good news is all our chickens seem to be getting along for the most part now. For the most part, there's always going to be a pecking order, but they're not quite as bad. Yeah, I've been watching other homesteader videos of the chicks being born, and it's pretty cool. And I think I'd like to try it at least just once. So, oh, good, Rem. I'm glad they're doing well. How many did you had 2 chicks come out of the incubator? Oh gosh. Look at that. Not even 9 o'clock, and it's almost 9 o'clock rather, and it's still pretty light here. It's only Thursday tomorrow, isn't it? I keep thinking today was Thursday, so I was excited tomorrow was Friday, but it's not. For those of you that came late, just going to show you the mug that I made in Squash We Trust with the little squash. Oh, it's not, we don't get paid on Fridays. We're paid by the 15th and the 1st of every month kind of thing. So yeah, it's only the 10th Friday, right? Yes, the 10th. Oh gosh, I have to leave the house Friday. Our daughter has a dentist appointment. No, I didn't want to leave the house again for a little while. Oh, he had 3 chicks. 3 come out. Okay. That must have been nice. You guys are at baseball a lot. And I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like baseball. That's why I I just never liked it. It's right up there with golf for me. It's not fast paced enough for me. So I get bored. I don't mind watching basketball. I don't mind watching hockey. We're in Canada, right? I think that's a law that you have to watch hockey and like it. I don't mind hockey at all. And I don't mind basketball. And soccer. I don't mind soccer. I like the fast pace. So, and Remy's quail are doing good. Hello, Patrick. So nice you stopped by. It was so nice not to have baseball. Serge gave them their own light. I can see Serge doing that. Oh, yeah. I think Rem mentioned that you guys didn't have, Darren, much success with your eggs hatching. But you got your pigs, right? Darren, you got your piggies. I loathe golf. See, I don't like football either. I guess if in the law in Canada is you gotta like hockey, so I guess the law in the States is you gotta like football. But my dad loves it. Absolutely loves it. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of sports, period, in a way. Like Aiden does basketball and he does track and cross country and stuff, but so far the pigs haven't escaped. That's good. That's good. They haven't escaped. Oh, well, guys, it's almost 9 o'clock. I think I've talked about everything I can talk about. Yeah, I don't like golf at all, Ram. I don't even like miniature golf. Like I don't. I'm just not a golf fan at all. Oh, good, Patrick. Got your fancy coop all done. I'm able to endure basketball. I'm grateful our kids did not want to do hockey because that is one expensive sport. So I remember my cousins when they were in it, it cost a lot. So yeah, so I'm going to wrap things up. It's almost my bedtime anyway. We're such party animals around here. Early to bed, early to rise, right? So I'll say good night. I hope you all have a great rest of the week and a great weekend. And if you're all planting, I hope you have happy planting. And until then, you everybody take care. Remember, don't be scared. Just be prepared, which we all are doing, right? So I think we're going to be okay, but I'm really worried about a lot of people. So we'll see you all next Wednesday. Remember, next Wednesday, June 15th, probably 7:30 again. That seems to be a better time for everybody. My son, Aiden, is going to be on joining me with the chat, and we're going to talk about Tourette syndrome and how it affects Aiden and what he would like you to know about it. And so I'm really looking forward to it and getting the word out about it. So then, until then, take care, everyone. God bless. We'll talk to you all soon.